20 years is long enough for an industry to die. Not dramatically, not in flames or scandal, but in the quiet way things erode when no one is paying close enough attention. The fashion world leaned into speed, publishing collapsed into clicks, and Runway, the fictional empire Miranda Priestley built on taste and terror, now exists in a landscape that has no real use for either. The Devil Wears Prada 2 understands this. It is not interested in pretending the world stayed still while the camera was off. What made the original so rewatchable was its velocity. From that opening montage of heels hitting pavement and coffee nearly spilling, every scene felt like a fresh indignity, every cut a small escalation. The sequel refuses that tempo. David Frankel and Aline Brosh McKenna bring back the same cast, the same architecture, but the air inside the Runway offices is different, cooler, heavier. Andy Sachs returns not out of ambition, but necessity.
Hello?
Fired from a newspaper the same week she wins an award for the journalism it published. The camera finds her accepting a trophy in one breath and clearing a desk in the next. That is not a setup for comedy, but sorrow, and the film knows it. There are callbacks, cameos, the requisite pleasure of recognition. Emily Blunt walks into a room and says what the audience is thinking.
Am I having a hallucination? Hi, Emily.
Stanley Tucci's Nigel remains one of the great unsung screen partnerships with Hathaway, warm and barbed in equal measure, their rhythm together even sharper now. Theodore Shapiro threads leitmotifs from the original score like half-remembered echoes drifting through a familiar hallway. Every gesture of nostalgia lands, but none of them land lightly. These characters are haunted by the same film we all are. Meryl Streep is doing something extraordinary here. Miranda Priestley still commands a room, still delivers lines that could cut glass. But watch her closely. The posture is the same, the silver hair untouched by time, yet something behind the eyes has shifted. She has to answer to HR now.
Well, what am I not allowed to say? Methadone? New Jersey.
She negotiates where she once dictated. That gorgeous, terrifying certainty has dimmed. Not because she has lost a step, but because the character has lost her world. The moment she registers Andy's return is the performance in miniature, relief surfacing through composure, something close to need breaking through decades of control. Streep plays it with a restraint that makes it devastating. Hathaway, for her part, has shed the anxious energy that defined Andy the first time around. What remains is stillness, a woman who learned something permanent in that building and carries it in how she holds a room, not how she scrambles through one. The performance is quieter, more interior, and the film is smart enough to let it breathe.
What's funny is you've changed. You have. You're much more confident.
The darker current runs through Emily. Blunt takes the character's old desperation, the girl who would do anything for Paris,
Most importantly, I get to go with her to Paris for Fashion Week in the fall.
and follows it somewhere genuinely unsettling. A relationship with exactly the kind of tech money savior figure who's dismantling everything Runway once stood for. It is nauseating by design, and the sequel's sharpest insight might be precisely this. The people most loyal to a dying world are often the first to sell it to its executioner. Blunt plays that contradiction without apology, and it gives the film a moral weight the original never needed and never attempted. If the first Devil Wears Prada was a garment with perfect construction, every seam invisible, every line deliberate, this sequel is something handmade and harder to wear. rougher at the edges, more willing to sit in discomfort, less interested in making you admire the craft than in making you feel something about what has really been lost. It is not the same film in new silhouette, it is a different film entirely, carrying the old one's memory in its bones. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please consider leaving a like if you enjoyed it, and share it with anyone else you think would enjoy it as well. Start a conversation by sharing your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe if you're interested in watching more videos like this. Once again, thank you so much for watching.